therapy on an app? I mean, great. But what happened to the grind? What happened to having to earn your emotional breakthrough? You can't heal from childhood trauma with a 6-character password and a free trial. That's not how it works. In my day, if you wanted therapy, you had to fight for it. You had to wrestle the Minotaur of Blue Cross Blue Shield customer service just to find out if Dr. Weinstein was in network. Now kids are journaling with AI and getting mood tracking updates like it's a weather app. Looks like a 40% chance of imposter syndrome around 2 p.m. Hey, back then, we didn't track our moods. We buried them deep under carbs and self-deprecating humor. You know, the American way. And then getting a therapy appointment used to require the combined skills of an air traffic controller, an expedition planner, and a hostage negotiator. Oh, you'd call the office, and the receptionist, who was somehow both sympathetic and deeply judgmental, would sigh and say, well, Dr. Weinstein might have an opening on October 10th of 2039 at 9:30 a.m. Can you make that? And you'd say yes. Of course you'd say yes. Because, you were desperate. You had been ghosted by someone who called you babe 4 times and then vanished like a puff of Axe body spray. You were ready to confront your childhood, your mom's weird habit of clapping when she cried, anything. But first, 16 years on a wait list and a $40 copay. Therapy wasn't cheap. It was artisanal. A session cost more than a minor surgical procedure. You'd leave your therapist's office with a new sense of self-awareness and an overdraft notice. Neurosurgeons wore scrubs and charged less. My therapist wore Crocs and said things like, and what do you think you need right now for $275 an hour? She once adjusted a lava lamp mid-session and told me I was projecting. I left confused, broke, and somehow addicted to essential oils, but that's what growth cost. These days, people are getting healing advice from cartoon frogs on TikTok for free. Where's the financial peril? Where's the character development? And let's don't talk about parking and logistics. Today's therapy is remote. I once had to parallel park on a 30-degree hill to get to mine. That was the therapy. By the time I made it to the office, sweaty and twitching with road rage, my nervous breakdown was already halfway complete. I mean, there was a meter, but it didn't take cards. It took coins. Coins? So there I was, weeping under a municipal maple tree, fishing nickels from the car ashtray, preparing to go inside and explain why I couldn't make eye contact with baristas. That's what real mental health work looks like. See, you didn't dabble in therapy. You committed. You courted it. You read books about trauma first to prove you were worthy. You went to CVS to buy tissues and mints for your car ride because crying made you gag and peppermint calmed the nausea. You downloaded soothing rain sounds and still had a panic attack before walking into that fake Zen waiting room that smelled like pumpkin spice and regret. And now what? People are having entire therapeutic breakthroughs between loading screens on a dating app. They're shadow working in line at Trader Joe's. They're texting their AI therapist named Bot about their daddy issues while streaming reruns of Frasier. It's efficient, it's affordable, it's repulsive. Listen, I'm glad people are healing. I am. I'm glad fewer people are sobbing in their cars outside a strip mall next to a dentist's office that does Invisalign and Botox. But a tiny part of me, a stubborn, emotionally constipated part, misses the struggle, misses the weird analog pain of finding out you're codependent the hard way. So go ahead, kids. Tap your screen. Get your insights. Heal your inner child. But don't expect me to respect it until you've cried in a stairwell with an expired insurance card and a $300 bill for someone asking, and how did that make you react in your body? That's therapy. That's the good stuff.